Hello everyone. I hope you're all doing great. Today's lesson is going to be about conditional type 1.
What will you do if you have lots of money? If I have lots of money, I will buy a Ferrari. What will you do if the weather is nice? If the weather is nice, I will go to the beach. What will you do if it rains? If it rains, I will take my umbrella.
Now let's study all these sentences. All these sentences are actually possible sentences, and they might all happen in the future. So we usually use conditional type 1 to talk about things we believe will happen in the present or in the future, or will not happen. All these sentences contain two clauses, and they are separated by a comma. The F clause always starts with an F, and the main clause starts with subject. We can also call the F clause the condition clause, and we can also call the main clause the result clause. Notice that the main clause or the result clause is always a correct sentence, while the F clause is not. Pay attention. Most of the time, we start conditional type 1 sentences with the F clause. But this is not always true, because sometimes we flip the order and we start with the main clause. The structure is the same. Tenses and the verbs don't change actually. The only difference is we don't put a comma between the two clauses, and we don't capitalize the I of the word F when we start with the result or the main clause. So what is the rule of conditional type 1? The rule of conditional type 1 is that we have F plus subject plus verb in simple present in the F clause, and subject plus simple future in the main clause, or subject plus simple future plus F plus subject plus verb in simple present when we start with the main clause. So when do we use conditional type 1? Conditional type 1 is used to talk about, first, possible situations in the present or the future. For example, if I have lots of money, I will buy a house. Secondly, conditional type 1 is used to make promises. For example, if you get a good mark, I will buy you a bike. Now let's move to practice and do some exercises to see if you understand everything we talked about here. So here is the first exercise. In this exercise, we're asked to answer these questions to make a conditional sentence. For example, what will you do if you have lots of money? If I have lots of money, I will buy a nice bike. This is my sentence. What is yours? If the weather is nice, what will you do? If the weather is nice, I will go to the beach. Or, if the weather is nice, I will play football. You can write your sentences here. What will you do if you have a car? If I have a car, I will travel to a lot of cities. What will you do if you don't understand the lesson? If I don't understand the lesson,
I will ask my teacher to explain it again. If you run out of time, what will you do? If I run out of time, I will work harder. Very good. Now we move to exercise number 2. In this exercise, we're going to put the verbs between brackets in the correct form. For example, let's do number 1 as an example. If I get a scholarship, I study abroad. So if you notice here, we have F here. So when we start with F plus subject plus simple present here. So this verb should be in simple present. And we say, if I get a scholarship, then in the main clause we should put simple future. So we have subject plus simple future. So this one, study, should be in simple future. So in the simple future we always have will. So it becomes will study. Very good. You can go and do the others. Let's do number 2. Oil float if you pour it on water. Here we didn't start with the F like here. We don't have F here. So we started with the main clause. The main clause, the verb is always in the simple future. So we're going to say oil will float if you pour it on water. Number 3. If you a fire, you get burned. If you touch a fire, you get burned. You will get burned. Number 4. If you not study hard, you not pass the test. So if you don't study hard, you won't pass the test. Notice, won't here is the short form of will not. 5. She receives this letter tomorrow if you send it now. So she will receive this letter tomorrow if you send it now. The last one, we not go out if it rain today. So we will not or won't go out if it rains today. Now we go to exercise number 3. In this exercise, we've got some sentences, and in every sentence there is a mistake. We need to correct it and underline it. For example, if you will help me, we will finish in time. If you remember the rule we said about conditional type 1, we use F plus subject plus simple present. Is this simple present? No, it is simple future. So this is the mistake. The simple future, we have it here in the main clause. So the mistake is will help. The correction is help. If you help me, we will finish in time. Please stop the video and try to do the others. Let's correct number 1. Sarah doesn't come to the party if you don't invite her. The mistake here is doesn't come. The correction is will not come. So Sarah will not come to the party if you don't invite her. Second sentence. If we will order the new TV set tomorrow, we will get it on Friday. The mistake is will order. The correction is order. Sentence will be, if we order the new TV set tomorrow, we'll get it on Friday. Number 3. Nobody will like you if you won't change your behavior. The mistake here is won't. The correction is don't. The sentence will be, nobody will like you if you don't change your behavior. Number 4. You won't be able to use grammar correctly if you would understand it. So the mistake here is would. Correction, don't. sentence, you won't be able to use grammar correctly if you don't understand it. Last sentence, if I had lots of money, I will buy a lot of things. The mistake here is had. The correction is have. If I have lots of money, I will buy a lot of things. So in this last exercise, we're going to create a chain story. So what do we mean by a chain story? For example, you say to your friend the sentence in conditional type 1. For example, if I have enough money, I will buy a car. Your friend should start with the main clause of your sentence as his F clause of his sentence, as the F clause of his sentence. So for example, if I have a car, I will travel to Marrakesh. Then you again start with the main clause of your friend as the F clause of your sentence. If I travel to Marrakesh, I will visit Jamalna Square. Your friend also will start again with the main clause of your previous sentence as the F clause of his new sentence. So he's going to say, if I visit Jamalna Square, I will take some photos. And then you go on like this. Thank you so much for watching this video.